Hello everyone, and welcome again to my channel, Keys to Literacy. I am Jessica Henry. Welcome again. This is where we unlock literacy for every child every day and also bring support to parents as they help to build and establish their child's learning journey. Okay, so today I have a very important topic I want to highlight because I think it's in keeping with what is happening in the world. But before I do so, just a quick reminder that our summer courses begin July 1st. That is just a couple weeks, days away. So on July 1st, we have our Comprehend with Confidence course for any age, any student who needs to build their comprehension skills. Sorry, and do better answering and finding comprehension questions. So this is offered on July 1st and it's for 4 weeks. Registration is open. We have a few more spots. And the second course is the debating competition, the middle school debating competition. So if you have one who is in middle school or in grades, I would say it's between 6th and 7th grade, they can enter the competition, and this starts July 7th. Register today. There's a 20% off both courses, and it's going to be fun. So let's get back to the topic today. And it is an intriguing topic, and it's really in step with what is happening. And my topic is war, as you saw in this the title, War, Crisis, and Kids Learning. Why parents must prepare now. And unless you live under a rock, we should know that there is some impending or imminent issues coming up. And I want to break it down first. I'm going to talk about crisis. And crisis doesn't have to be war. Sometimes crisis is just things that are happening with our children. And I just feel overall that parents need to be more intentional in the lives of their children. A lot of times we're leaving things up to the government to fix. If I had done that with my children, they would not be as successful as they are. And a lot of children, a lot of parents, and I'm not saying you're not to send your child to the traditional school or to get, because everybody's situation is different, but we cannot solely depend on that. Similarly, you cannot solely depend on vitamins alone for your body, or we can't depend on medication alone for your body. So it's a combination of things. So if you have a child who is struggling with whatever subject or strategy or whatever area, you need to also get some supplements, some whether that is looks like tutoring, whether that looks like just extra classes, whatever it is, you need to invest in your child's, whether it be literacy, numeracy, whatever it is, invest in your child's education as best as possible. And tutoring is very, very helpful because it's one-on-one, and most tutors are able to pinpoint the specific need of your child and even the strength and use that to build. But also, I want to let you know as parents that you are the first teacher of for your child, and probably one of the best because you know them inside out. And so that's what I want to dwell on today, that parent involvement. We need to get more involved for now, show interest, and stop leaving it to nature. Oh, my child is so brilliant. Do never leave it to nature, because children change. You have to nurture that. You have to, if your child is smart, talented in something, you have to build on that and nurture it and support it. Okay, so let's talk about crisis, war, and things of that nature, because that's where we're heading, maybe eventually. And so you need to be ready. And I did a little bit of research, so I'm not going to take long today. I did a little bit of research and I found that if you do your research, you'll find that in the past, when there was war, a lot of the wealthy people continue to educate their child, whether it's underground tunnel or wherever it was. They continue to educate their child, and guess what? They are the ones that continue the tradition of wealth and continue that legacy of wealth, because they continue to keep that momentum going. They continue to keep these children headstrong and focus on learning. It's not a time to give up and to, you know, let anxiety and worry, because when the war ends and when the crisis ends, just like COVID, what's going to happen? Your child is going to be behind. And right now, many of our children are failing, and they were behind because of COVID, because we were not ready as parents. So learn some basic skills um, in order to safeguard the future of your child. It's very important, okay? Because when it ends, it has to end. What's going to happen? So we need to safeguard, and we have the time now to do so. So get educated, get some basic information, some things that you can do at home for literacy, for numeracy, for reading. You know, we don't want to use our own, say, opinion and mess it up, because we can have good intentions, but we go about it incorrectly. So while we have the time now, I encourage parents to, in the event that we have war or any major disaster, we need to continue. Life continues, and it doesn't matter how small it is. So let's do a quick tip of some things that we can do um, when crisis comes, because of course schools may close, resources can become very limited, okay, and access to resources, and maybe there's no teacher, and maybe there's no internet. So guess what? You, the parent, will become the most reliable educator, the most reliable source for your child, especially for the youngsters. Okay, so we need to learn the basic things how to teach our children. Okay, so I encourage you, get familiar with foundation knowledge, foundation skills like reading and comprehension and basic math, just little things. Read to them orally every day. Do a little story time, write each other's notes, to keep that writing continuing. Simple tools, can make a big impact. It's nothing that is going to be massive, and we are the parents, we have to be strong for our kids. And even though it will be a worrying time, we still have to use things to keep their minds on the future and give them hope, and pray for them. Pray for them. So parents, I'm earnestly asking you to be familiar. Reach out if you are interested to know more what you can do. Leave a comment, but I'm encouraging you. Right now you have internet, you have information out there. Get the right information and be ready. And I'll leave you with one more thing, which that you can do at home. Okay, so you're in the kitchen, you have labels around. You can talk about the labels. You can do spelling games. You know what? I think we're going back to the old time. We're going back to the old time where we use what we have in our house. Labels. You're cooking. You're talking it out. You're having conversation. You're asking why, what, who. What do you think about this? You're building conversations again, and then your child can even turn that into writing, or turn that writing into a book, or something like that. It's nothing big. You can also get what you call a learning go bag. Okay, so this concept of a learning go bag, it's like an emergency kit, but it has like folders, writing tools, pencil, crayons, a few reading books. So get your reading books from the library, or just buy some books for your children. Do not go out and buy books without their presence. The book should be based on their interests. They choose the books because that helps them to be more committed and interested to read it. So you get your writing tools, your printed, materials, maybe Bible verses, anything like phonics card, just anything, phonics card, sorry, anything like that, and you put it in that bag in case you are on the go. You have something that you can do, and for them to keep their minds occupied and keep the brain thinking, because your brain needs nourishment, not only nutritionally but educationally. So I encourage us today, in the case of crisis, my question is, are you ready? Are you ready to be a support for your child, so that at the end of the crisis, we have our child is still in tune, is still on par with what is happening. So I just leave that with you to ponder on today. In our next video, we'll look at some do's and don'ts parents can do at home in times of crisis, based on age and based on grade level, because every child is different depending on their stage of development. All right, thank you so much for stopping by. Please like the video. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Share it and leave a comment. So reach out, and let me know if you want me to do a free Zoom where we can speak to our parents. But reach out and let me know. I'll be willing to help.